actually #1 in our Pro League here. Is it going to be Splyce or is it going to be OpTic? We will find out shortly.
It is time, guys. Tweet the stream. This is the last match of the night. OpTic Gaming taking on Splyce, the two undefeated teams. This should definitely have the most viewers that we've ever had throughout this entire 7-week span, or however many weeks it's been. Snakebite gets those rockets to start, but he drops them immediately. Shotzzy, he's trying to stay alive over towards the maze. It's going to be a 3-on-3 situation. Renegade eventually got the rockets. Frosty, he's the one that gets that sniper rifle. You see a player crouching around the corner, and that was Frosty with the sniper rifle. It happened so fast that Shotzzy didn't even know where he was being shot from. Royal 2 also drops the player with the rockets, so big advantages going on over to OpTic Gaming to start this one.
Yeah, but we're watching Royal 2. He gets taken out. Now Frosty was in the cave there and had that sniper rifle. We'll see what he's able to do as we move on board with him. Plenty of ammo here left in this weapon. He's got one teammate in front of him. That's going to be lethal, but as he gets dropped, Frosty's got to be careful. He's also got Snakebite in there fighting, but he gets dropped. So numbers advantage now over to Splyce as they just put a fresh 3 dead.
Yeah, Frosty, it's his job to hit those shots, and unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to, and then Shooter came in with the double kill off of the respawn. Renegade is going to find lethal. That's going to be 3 dead. Fresh dead as Royal 2 is going to drop, and now Frosty is the last guy alive inside of the window. He even pops up on radar, so Shooter is going to drop down and try to find him. 2-shot beatdown. Pretty easy kill there for Shooter's Boo Boo Doo Boo. Found that sniper rifle off of Frosty's dead body. Now looking for some aggression on the Splyce side of things. That's Boo Boo Doo Boo hitting shots onto lethal. Shooter's going to grab that flag, but didn't realize someone was inside the base the entire time. Royal 2 going to drop that now, a 2-on-2 situation. So important for them to drop this flag guy, as lethal is going to find that kill onto Boo Boo Doo Boo. Shotzzy with the shots onto lethal as well. Flag has been returned though, and the map going to get reset.
Yeah, that was a pretty intense battle there, and it is going to even out, and both teams fighting for control once again, but that's going to be Royal 2 who finds the sniper there down by Red Fountain. He's running around trying to stay alive, but Renegade pushing in the base very quickly, collapsing here, and will secure a double kill.
Yeah, Royal 2 is crouching around the corner. All 4 fresh dead there. It's going to be a run towards the fountain. Splyce having OpTic Gaming on the ropes right now. They can also maintain control if Boo Boo Doo Boo can pick off a couple of snipes, but no, he's not able to connect right there onto lethal, and lethal even finds a kill for that. There should be the flag capture going on over to Splyce. However, they still have not pushed that in. That's going to be the counter pull coming in, and what a toss. Look how far that flag went, already past the 50-yard line. OpTic Gaming with numbers now. Splyce missing out on a huge opportunity to get that cap and maintain control, Kyle.
Yeah, but it looks like with those rockets, they're going to be able to reset, and we're going to be a flag standoff situation is what we're looking at here. Shooter does get the touch there. We'll bring this back. I believe he was out of rockets. Oh no, 2 rockets left, so this is not a bad position to be in. If he just shoots that rocket up in the air, he might have had a double kill, but they did not spot him. He'll grab one. Almost a double. That's definitely going to be a little bit of a mishap here as the return starts to come in. There's 3 members there. He does trade 1, but looks like somebody's going to get the touch. And
are you kidding me?
OpTic Gaming somehow heavily being outslayed to start this game off.
We're gonna have to watch a replay of that eventually, but I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure that everybody from OpTic Gaming left their base and charged and pushed up, and they left that flag at their own base without anyone to watch it. They sent all 4 players, charge the base, double return right there, and then get the first flag cap of the game. If they did that, that is some serious balls.
I think they did do that, and Tom, just to point out on top of that, they pushed all 4 up when Shooter had 2 rockets in the enemy team's base, or in his base.
Yeah, and you know, it ended up working out for them. Maybe that's something that they've talked about before. Maybe they've executed on that numerous times and we just have no idea. But look at this, we're in another flag standoff situation.
Yeah, and as you see, Shotzzy's moving around here trying to fight some of these players. The flag is out. We may be looking at yet again another flag standoff. Shotzzy's doing his best just to stay alive. You can see him crouching, trying to use these railings and things to his advantage. Block his head, prevent the headshot from coming in from OpTic Gaming. Not going to work out. 2 dead here. The push is coming up. Snakebite gets taken out before he can get the flag return, and there will be another touch here from Splyce.
Yeah, another touch from Splyce. Let's see if OpTic Gaming is going to do the same thing that they did last time and just send all players players. You can see Snakebite, he's charging up. Frosty's coming off the spawn, so this is the right play. There's no reason for Snakebite to sit back. Just allow that player to come back and play a little bit of defense when he comes back alive and add some more aggression onto this base over here. Shooter has flanked across, though, to the enemy elbow, so OpTic Gaming needs to be careful. That is an opportunity for these guys on Splyce to get a return.
Yeah, and we're on board here with Lethal as he's got the rockets, connects a little bit of damage, but not picking up the kill. Shotzzy, on the other hand, grabs that double kill here and will defend the flag. Now it's going to be a numbers advantage and the time to push here for Splyce. But as Renegade dies over by Pyramid, Shotzzy can no longer collapse over towards Snipe and gets taken out by Frosty, who just killed him.
Yeah, this is so important for Splyce here. They need to get this flag capture, and we've seen it happen before where you can get one flag capture and turn that into two in these standoff situations. But look at this. They're charging, I think, with the flag on over towards the base right now. Where is the enemy carrier? Nobody knows right now. Yeah, there he is. He came all the way back to fight these guys. That is insane. The amount of aggression and confidence from OpTic Gaming is unreal right now.
It's actually really smart, too, considering Splyce and, you know, Shooter, we just saw, it was either Shooter or Booba that went over to red elbow or red corner to kind of do a little bit of a flank, but a flank is just going to hurt your team if the enemy team does not set anyone back here.
And there it is. It came back to Snakebite them just a little bit. That decision ended up resulting in rockets for Shooter and a flag capture for Splyce. Now they can potentially turn this into a little bit more. However, he gets caught with his pants down back where the scatter shot used to spawn on this map, and now Snakebite's gonna drop as well. Shotzzy running this flag fairly fast, just needs to double melee this guy. He does. Lethal finds a double kill. Royal 2 flanking around the corner, trying to get this win onto Shooter. Not going to be able to do much, though, because Booba coming in with the rockets as well. Now Lethal going to desperately toss a couple of grenades on over towards the enemy base to try to connect, but there's nothing over there besides Shooter getting a kill, and that's going to be Shooter eventually dropping on over to Lethal. Frosty finds one onto Booba as well. Little defensive setup coming in from Splyce as Renegade popping out with the grenade kill and the rocket kill. Nice job by Splyce, just resetting the map, eventually rotating on over towards the snipe side, and going to try to get into that cave area with the sniper rifle that Shooter currently has.
Yeah, and this has been a pretty hectic game to start off already. So much slaying and teamwork back and forth from both of these squads, and just great overall plays, essentially. We are still watching Shooter as he's got the sniper rifle. Great job poking out front of the base, taking an angle where nobody was expecting it, and gets one player, takes another one, no shields.
That was close. I thought that was going to connect to a headshot. Shooter playing this one slow and methodical, waiting for players to push up past him before he goes on towards enemy lines. Now he's in a situation where he's going to have to hit a couple of no-scopes. There's Frosty and Snakebite both pinching him, and that is kind of the right play there. Just toss that one off, but unfortunately not able to lay any damage onto Frosty. Now Frosty going to be able to get in a potential one-on-one situation as Royal 2 is flanking around the corner, but Booba going to shut Frosty down, and that's big because that could have opened up the map for OpTic.
Yeah, and as Royal 2 is sitting up here top rockets, he wants to get these ones off his spawn. Knows there's a player bottom center below him. Big fight happening right now. Royal 2 wins that one with a reversal. Switches to his carbine and immediately already laying down so much damage. Picks up a second kill, and this is that anchoring that we've talked about so many times before.
Yeah, now you need to fill the map on the other side, though. That flag is out, and you have rockets. There's only one guy alive right now, and that's going to be Renegade inside of his own window. Royal 2 coming around with the flank, has this guy weak as well. That's a beatdown coming in. This is a cap for OpTic Gaming, and they have position and weapons right now with Snakebite still with these rockets, so this is great for OpTic to continue to add more pressure. You can see Snakebite flying inside the window. No one's sitting in the back of the base, and he's pulling this down towards the elbow while keeping his life. Tossing it over to his teammate, still has rockets as well. 3 dead. Shotzzy also weak too. He's going to drop to Snakebite, and Snakebite still has ammo in those rockets. There it is, OpTic Gaming taking game number 1 in this series. Not in convincing fashion, but either way, very, very solid game from them.
That, I mean, if this is any indication of what's to come, this is just 2 teams heavily able to slay, set up, grab map control, and there's a couple flag standoffs that kind of determine who won that game. Both teams, well, let's see, OpTic 4 or 5 flag grabs, looks like 4 from Splyce. You know, taking a look at these stats here, Shooter having a great game himself. Everyone
look at that,
from OpTic
8 power weapon
even.
kills though, coming out from Splyce.
Wow.
And they lost that series, or they lost that game 3-1. Only 2 power weapon kills coming out from OpTic. Very interesting stat there. I would say you know, 9 times out of 10, when you look at that stat, the team with the more substantial power weapon kills, especially double or triple that, is going to win that game. But look at that, 4 flag grabs from Snakebite, like you said, Colin.
Yeah, and what it kind of sticks out to me is, well, besides this Royal 2 play, like, this was incredible, but you have a scenario where it was extremely back and forth, and really Splyce showing just amazing overall play, but it was when they had the power weapons. Power weapons change hands, and for the first time where Royal 2 gets to set up in an anchor type position, Snakebite gets the rockets, Frosty's running around, that's when you saw OpTic Gaming get 2 captures in 2 minutes basically, and just turn that game, what turned out to be an extremely back and forth one, just shut it down. Cap 2 flags end it, and then you kind of forget what was happening for the first 6-7 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. You forget that Splyce was fighting tooth and nail that entire time, and if you know, they get that flag return to start that one, we're looking at a completely different dynamic in that game. But either way, it still would have probably been OpTic Gaming with the win, just because of once they got control, how fast they were able to pile it on.
Let me point this out too. Returns, 3 from OpTic, 0 from Splyce. So
Yeah.
every flag cap they pulled, or all but 1 flag cap pulled, was return here. And OpTic on the other hand, or Splyce on the other hand,
How did they
could
have
not win
0
any
flag
standoff.
returns when they got that 1 return when Snakebite ran it over towards the fountain and then they got the capture? Awkward silence. Exactly.
I'm thinking.
Exactly.
Did it fall off the map maybe?
Exactly. No, it didn't fall off the map. Exactly.
We'll have to go back and look at that one and see how that one played out. But either way, 3
Exactly.
to 0 is what we're looking at there.
That's true. Now we move into Regret Slayer. Trying to bounce back. I'm looking for Shotzi and Renegade to go big in the kills and deaths department here, but going down to 2-0 to OpTic Gaming is not a good look. We're starting this one off with Snakebite.
All right, as we see Snakebite immediately pushing up towards car side. Doesn't look like anybody from Splyce actually went up top here. And rather than charging for that overshield, looks like Snakebite goes for the plasma pistol instead, just shooting that one at a time there, not even charging it up for the second part of it. And he throws a great grenade, takes the player weak over towards Carbine side, and he's just migrating around here towards top center, just getting as much damage out as possible.
Yeah, and I like the positioning here for Snakebite, but he's going to need more teammates coming in. So he realizes that he's going to drop and then rotate with the buddy system around the outside towards the platform. Still looking for Boobadooboo, and that one actually connected. You can see Boobadooboo's shields at the top right. They got depleted. That's going to be a 2-on-2 situation. Boobadooboo now the last guy alive. They had him called out as well.
Wow, and I can't believe Snakebite just got that kill. That was almost a scenario where I thought for sure he's going to be taken out. Considering he just was able to do that, assist on these 3 kills, and they're still down 7-5, just shows you how good Splyce is as well.
That's true. Now, Snakebite still with this gun, shooting across the map, not connecting over there. He does have a player above him and a player top center. Let's see if he's going to be aware of the fact that that plasma caster was taken. Doesn't matter because Lethal getting that kill onto Shotzi. Now Snakebite still with the green gun charged up. Going to have to put that thing away because he doesn't have much more percentage to try to charge it up. Now he's realizing that, so he's switching on over to his pistol, and Renegade going to punish him for that mistake. So Splyce, they needed this strong start, and they got it, almost doubling OpTic Gaming's kills.
Yeah, so we saw who came out ahead in the objective game type when the weapons were in control. Now we're going to see how a Slayer game type is going to kind of pan out here, 13-7. This is extremely impressive considering most of the screens I'm watching for OpTic don't seem that bad. If anything, what we saw from Snakebite looks like he was doing enough to give his team the lead, but that is not the case right now. Even as Shotzi loses that 1v1, you look at the score and you wonder, how are they down 14-8?
Yeah, and you know, the overshield coming up here, it's going to have to be up to OpTic Gaming to try to get on top of this one, because last time they allowed Boobadooboo to pick it up almost for free. So you see Royal 2, he's in position, but he's not dropping quite yet because he wants to lay down cover fire from the top. But it's really important for these guys to send multiple players down there. And there it is. That's going to be 3 dead right now. Most likely overshield was burned throughout that entire process. Great job by OpTic Gaming. That's what they really needed to focus on, because when you're down 6 or 7 kills and you allow the team to maintain top center control and pick up the overshield, you can really see Regret snowball out of control. But now look at this, OpTic Gaming bringing it back and potentially going and putting, ooh, nasty right there, coming out from Frosty onto Shotzi. But that could eventually rotate spawns for OpTic Gaming, because you can see they are top center and they're aware of where Splyce is coming from.
Yeah, and as we were looking at Lethal's screen, he's got a player right above him as well. He actually drops down there, so now Lethal's going to try to take over car 3, but he's getting collapsed on from Shotzi, who's flying around top center. So lots of back and forth action still happening up here. So we move over to Boobadooboo. Now that lead has been shrunken down to only 2 kills. Still a lot of time before any kind of power-ups are coming up, but you can see now Looks like Splyce is the ones that are going to be on the offensive here now as they have 3 members of OpTic trapped in the base. Boobadooboo barely able to stay alive. Looks like he will get his shields back too.
Boobadooboo has the battle rifle down towards bottom center, going to eventually clamber back up towards the top. Instead, he's just going to rotate towards the pink side instead and lay down some more pressure over here. Has a frag grenade too, so if these guys clump up from OpTic Gaming, it could be ugly towards that car side. Instead, he's going to elect to just only shoot that battle rifle onto Frosty. Nice job controlling the shots right there, dropping Frosty while keeping a majority of his shields. That allows him to rotate and get right into another battle over here, but Snakebite predicting that perfectly. What a stick. That one actually hit his foot or possibly bounced off the ground and still stuck him. And another amazing grenade from Snakebite.
Yeah, Snakebite. I mean, it's no surprise why so many people think he is just the best player in the entire game, and I tend to agree with him most of the time here. He is incredible.
Yeah, that's for sure. You just showed that now. Again, another situation where the overshield is popping up. What is going to be the play advantage in favor of OpTic right now because they do have the screen gun. Great grenade coming in. Royal 2 trying to pick up that overshield. Shocked that he was able even to do that there. Instead, that's going to be 4 dead for Splyce and a tie game. So crazy turn of events there as we thought Royal 2. He missed his jump. He missed his clamor almost. And then he does pick up that overshield. Great support fire coming in from OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, and I was saying before the series started, one of the keys to victory here is going to be composure for Splyce. We saw them in the lead off the start of this game. When they're in control, they're keeping OpTic Gaming guessing, and they're building these leads. But once that flips, only for a moment, you can see what OpTic Gaming is able to do with it. So this is really up to Splyce to just prevent OpTic from catching any kind of footing. Just keep the pace of the game in your favor.
Yeah, and just stay within striking distance the entire time, which is something that they're, in. It's a 4-kill deficit right now, but before it was a 5 or 6 kill lead, so almost a 10-kill swing overall since this game has virtually started. And now Royal 2 still in a prime position over here. If he can just get one more teammate towards top center, they're going to be in a great spot here. But instead, the aggression is just a little bit too much coming out from Splyce. That was a priority kill, and they got it. So great job by them kind of resetting the map in their favor now. And OpTic Gaming going to have to work their way over back towards the top. You can see that's exactly where Frosty's mindset is as he made his way over towards P2, laying a couple shots down onto Boobadooboo. That player, Shooter, is now caught definitely out of position. Didn't realize that Royal 2 was there to come in and play the bait and switch there with Frosty. So a trading kills coming in, another trading kills coming in as well. So a 2-on-2 situation. It's all going to come down to this overshield popping up in 15 seconds, Kyle. Going to be the last one of the game.
Boobadooboo did a great job surviving there. Just sprints away. Sometimes you have to do that. You can't always just wait for your shields to recharge when somebody's chasing you down like that. So just does an amazing job staying alive. Still down by 3 kills. That OS is about to come up at any second here. So you can see both teams are starting to try to get set up for this one. Numbers advantage over to Splyce here, so this is going to be a scary moment for OpTic. We'll see how this one plays out here. Lethal trying to respond to some callouts, grabs 1 kill and stays alive. Renegade answers back with one of his own.
Ovi, though.
And yeah, Shotzi with the Ovi collapses bottom of the base. Snakebite, is he going to challenge this or is he going to back off? We'll see how he decides to play this one.
Takes Renegade down to no shields. Now Shotzi rotating in. You can see Plasma Caster in the hands of Renegade as well. Renegade showed on the death screen though, so that's going to allow... Whoa, are you kidding me? Royal 2, that was so clutch for him to stay alive in that instance. That allows him to help on the Renegade. Kyle, that resulted in a 3 or 4 kill swing just off that one win with the Plasma Caster.
You're going to say that, Tom. I was about to say, let's talk about some swings, Tom, because that's what I just saw happen here. And basically, Royal 2 may have very well just won his team the game with that Plasma Caster. Keep in mind, he's the dude that killed Shotzi with the overshield front of the base just before that with still no shields. Picked up 2, maybe 3 kills from when he got that Plasma Caster. He grabbed a killing spree to end the game, or basically to close out the game, as the last player gets collapsed on. Frosty secures that kill, and both of these games insanely back and forth, and the score is absolutely not telling the whole story here, but we do have OpTic Gaming now in a 2-0 lead, looking to close out the series already.
Yeah, what a fun series to watch. These teams, so individually skilled, but also their teamwork and their aggression. It's just so fun to see them. It's almost like a fast-paced chess match, watching them move around, just predicting where these guys are going to go. 16 and 10 overall from Frosty, but the big standout to me had to be Royal 2 at the end right there with the Plasma Caster, getting that kill onto Shooter, who ended up 9 and 15 overall. Renegade 18 and 11. Shotzzy dropped to 9 and 15 too, with double-digit assists coming out from Shooter and from Shotzzy. Only 5 assists from Renegade overall, but it was definitely it was a 5-kill game, and that was about a 4 or 5 kill swing because he gets the kill. Right? If he didn't get that kill, Shooter gets the kill. Okay, so that's a 2-kill swing. He helps on Renegade. Renegade probably was going to get that kill right there. Then he goes around.
Plus Shooter would have helped Renegade.
Yeah, exactly. And then he pushes up over towards top center. So no matter what, that was the game-winning play in my eyes. Fantastic job by Royal 2.
Yeah, I mean, you can go back and break down, you know, what happened in the first 10 kills, the next 10, the 30 kills, the 40 kills. But really, if you generally when these teams are playing, you look at the 40 kill marks and what happens in the final seconds, final minutes of the game to determine what happened. And that was absolutely probably the most influential play that we saw the entire game. Came from Royal 2, killing the overshield guy, staying alive top of the base, getting an outplay, if anything, because he was weak top of the base, and then perfect timing to jump out and challenge Renegade, who was looking for him and not looking car side of the base for the double team that actually came out there.
Yeah, it's not over for Splyce, though, because keep in mind, we were just talking about how awesome the series has been to watch. Splyce has to feel like they're right there. They just got to put it together. They need to stop these runs that are coming out from OpTic Gaming. They need to put a little bit of water, onto this fire because they're hot right now on the OpTic side. It's rigged strongholds, so from the red side, they're going to be able to get this camo and railgun, most likely. This is not probably the game type that they're looking forward going into for Splyce, but this is the cards that were dealt. So they're going to have to man up here and get something going. Being down in 2-0 in this series, I'm looking at Shotzzy, who kind of had the rough game before. He's the guy. He's the go-to guy in the kills and deaths department right next to Renegade. I'm expecting him to do some big things in this game if Splyce is to stay alive.
And Renegade, 18 and 11. Clearly, you're not afraid of OpTic Gaming if you're putting up 15-plus kills against them.
Everyone else had twice the amount of assists that he did, though. Keep that in mind.
That's true, too. But still, 18 and 11, that is a monstrous Slayer performance.
That is. And interestingly enough, it looks like OpTic Gaming elects to capture the BR base to start. So they sent someone back, probably just grenading the basement window, and it looks like that was probably lethal because he does have the DMR. So he's pushing in on the scatter shot guy. That's a big kill if you can find it, but no. Boo Boo Doo is going to be able to win that 1v1 and stay alive with this weapon. As Royal 2, he's going to drop Renegade. Looks like Royal 2 does have the railgun, so look out, Boo Boo Doo because he's coming in.
Yeah, I mean, the Boo Boo Doo did a phenomenal job juking and jiving lethal there with the scatter shot, but what you're not able to do is get away from Royal 2, and he's on the hunt.
Yeah, that's true. So Renegade gonna capture this basement over here, just try to get something on the board here for Splyce, as now they do have spawns over towards that bunker side. So split spawns coming up. You can see Ant over there in the service tag. That's gonna be Shotzzy, Jesse, Boo Boo Doo fighting over top engine side. Renegade with the scatter shot over here. It's a very popular area to lock down if he wants to, and he does. So that's gonna be a little bit of a poor man setup coming in, as he's now gonna have to rotate and get these guys out of basement. But there's multiple players right now, and he misses the first scatter shot. Now he's out of ammo over there. Doesn't matter, has help coming in, and that's going to be the reset coming in from Splyce.
Ooh, and looks like Renegade, just as I say that, he gets taken out. Great job by Lethal recognizing that thrust in Snipe Hall to try and stay alive there. So it is going to be BR base that they're focusing on. They're going to lose Nest at the same time, so no triple caps here coming out yet, but still overall map control over in favor of Splyce. Royal 2, 6 kills. Everyone else at the map, the most is 3.
Yeah, so Royal 2 having double the amount of his team kills right now in the first 2 minutes. That's absolutely insane. Again, he's carrying that momentum off that nasty Plasma Caster shot that he had towards the end right there. Frosty here with the railgun now. Renegade, the last guy alive. Shotzzy coming off the spawn towards the carbine area. Renegade just going to go in there, burn that camo. Smart play by him, 47, but look at that. The rich get richer. Is Frosty going to find the scatter shot, railgun, scatter shot, everything on the map for him. If he can take out Renegade over here, he's going to be in perfect position for a multi-kill. That's a one-shot guy around the corner. He has another shot, another guy below him on his radar, but Shotzzy coming in with the perfect snake bite, going to answer the perfect as well. Weapons down towards the top tower area, and you can tell OpTic Gaming really wants those.
That was a big kill to get there on Royal 2. As you can see, what he's been doing, not only this game, but the entire series, you need to keep those weapons out of his hand as Snakebite.
Oh my, are you kidding me? He's got the moves,
I don't even know what to say, Tom.
Oh, the pre-nade, though, coming in.
The prediction.
Yeah. I mean, there's not many places that you can go from out there, but either way, that was still a pretty fancy, smancy play coming out from Snakebite. Royal 2 with the shots, though, continuing to impress. This is not good. Not good sign here for Splyce if he continues to play like this, because not only do you got to win this game, but you got to put him down for 2 more after that. Is OpTic Gaming now taking the lead here, 25 and counting on the board. Splyce gonna have to get something together over here, because you can see Basement being caught. Royal 2 still just on fire this entire time, and now Renegade turning that scatter shot on over to Lethal.
Yeah, and that was a really good job of OpTic Gaming just giving up nest control. They knew there were 2 players over there, and you cannot die in that situation, so they just focused on Basement, and they already had BR base. Now they're gonna focus on nest once Splyce elects to try and, focus on BR base here, so we'll see if they're gonna be able to get any kills, maybe collapse back, because nobody's gotten in that hill yet. This is the first significant triple capture that we're seeing.
Yeah, and Triple Cap and OpTic Gaming, they go hand in hand, and that is not something that you want to be on the receiving end if you're Splyce. That's Railgun perfectly going in the hands of Frosty right now. You also have points being put on the board, so this is even more advantage in the favor of OpTic Gaming. Look at that, 3 dead. Boo-Boo-Doo-Boo, last guy alive. He gets caught out immediately over towards that snipe side, and now the rotation is on Frosty, looking for the double, possibly finding the triple towards the carbine side. Can he get more? That's going to be a player doing whatever he can to make sure Frosty is not making a montage, but it's a little bit too late.
Oh, if he hit that shot, I would have lost it, Tom. Triple cap, getting 2 kills on the spawners over by carbine side. Frosty just being incredible. 3 fresh, 4 dead. That's a 4v0. They don't even have a place to go off a spawn, Tom. These guys are getting shot like they're sitting in a barrel.
I wonder who the best team in Halo 5 is, Kyle.
Well, looks like none of the predictions have been correct from the other pro players, though. So that's at least one upside that we're looking at.
Well, because they all are tired of losing against OpTic Gaming, so they want to see them fail.
The putting it in the universe for Splyce to win.
Exactly.
Just throw it out there.
They needed some universe reverse psychology to happen here, because this is all OpTic Gaming. And what's scary to think about is how well we saw Liquid play, how well we saw Evil Geniuses play against Liquid, how well we saw Luminosity play, how good Splyce is, how amazing Envy played. But OpTic Gaming is on a whole nother level right now.
This is pretty incredible, the performance that we're seeing out of these guys. And oh my gosh, one thing I'm excited to talk about, Tom, is the post-game stats. So I might as well bring some of them up now. Is that Royal 2 almost has more kills than Splyce?
Yeah, he pretty much does. 24 kills coming out from Royal, 24. Are you kidding me? More kills than points coming out from Royal 2.
Than points for Splyce, yeah. So Royal 2, and we'll look at the stats here momentarily, but Royal 2 had more kills than points, Stronghold points, than Splyce had that game. That is literally insane. That's
ridiculous. Let's take a look at these stats, because they are something to take a look at. Only 1 assist, but it doesn't matter. 24, 1 and 7. We got to see the damage. Plus, he didn't die towards the end, so you could probably add another 500 on top of that overall. 17.3 KDA. Almost nothing that you can do right there if you're Splyce when Royal 2 is just going off like that. We talked about it in the beginning. They typically get that railgun from the red side. They got it. They got the camouflage, and they put it to work.
Not only that, Tom, Frosty's the one with 7 power weapon kills. Royal 2 only had 3.
That's insane.
24 kills with those 3 power weapon kills. That was like one of the best performances in the Stronghold game type
Royal 2
that I've ever
man.
seen.
I mean, that's what Royal 2 does, and he kind of stops doing it maybe in